Hi guys, it's Steam Pig Girl here, and today's broadcast we're going to be talking about the Cultist Rift. If you haven't got one, sorry, my bad, upside down. Live broadcast, can't blame me. So this is the Cultist Rift developer's kit, first one of its kind. There is others out there. There are other products available, as they say. The Cultist Rift. What an interesting little bit of kit. So I'm going to go through the basics. It comes with a really funky box that I can't be arsed go and get, so you can wait. But no, I'm joking. So inside is you've got what are these are called? These are lenses, and they come in different shapes. They come in what they call the A cup. This is the A. There's a B, which are in there, and a C. They normally come with the A cup fitted. One of the things I found, and I suggest if you do yourself, because I dived right in, I wish I hadn't, I wish I'd changed the lenses out. So try each lens first in the demo, just get used to wearing the lenses. The trick is, I've found, is that if you're having to move the goggles about and adjust them to get focused, then you're not in the right lens set. It's when I went down a set of lenses to the B ones, I was like, wow, I'm not having to adjust these, moving it about to try and get it. And I found that that was a much better formula, and it helps with the motion sickness, is what I'm about to talk about. So, the Occultist Rift, everybody. Fantastic bit of kit, but be ready to get motion sickness. I'm not shitting you. You're going to be sick a lot. You're going to be ill, you're going to be shitting, you're going to be dying, you're going to fall over and hurt yourself, and no, I'm joking about that bit, but you are going to get sick. It does make you sick. Even the people that I know, the best people in the world that I know who do not get motion sickness in this. The exception, I believe, is Janie Heineman, but yeah, he's not a human. So, yeah, from my understanding, the way that this works is that the problem is that your brain and your equilibrium's not on, and when that goes off, you're in trouble, and you start feeling sick, and it makes you feel sick. So, one of the things we need to look at, one of the things you do when you first get a Cultist Rift is you don't play it for long periods of time. Don't do what I did and download Team Fortress 2 and set it up. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be a pyro and run about. So I did that for about 5 minutes and then had to go lie down for 4 hours. Lesson learned. Yeah, this is one of the things that you'll learn when you get in a Cultist Rift. If you don't, here's a little bit of advice from somebody who has one. Don't start playing straight off the bat games with first person. Any game that basically allows that, you know, your mouse turns your movement, no, don't go near it. Don't go near it until you get used to it, because it will make you motion sick. So one of the things when you're first starting to play is allow yourself time to be motion sick after you play the game. So, you know, if you've got an important business meeting or you're going out with your friends an hour after you start playing it, don't, you know, play it after you get home. You know, my trick is I've been playing it before I go to bed. You know, I'll wait, you know, an hour before I go to bed, then I'll kick about, and if I get an hour out of it, yahoo. The Cult Rifter, Coaster, Rifter Coast, the roller coaster one, that's quite fun actually. That's not bad. I've done that a couple of times, and yeah, I can deal with that. I'm not getting sick because you're not controlling your movements. Tuscany's okay, but because it's first person view and you're moving back and forward, that can make people motion sick. I've used a couple of other cool programs, including one that allows you to browse websites. Like, it's hard to explain, but basically you can go in VR to a website and look through it. Yeah, the porn implications for that are going to be superb. VR porn, it's coming. Just somebody's already there with it. Trust me, it's coming. Somebody already sent me a file with a Cultist 3-dimensional panoramic pole dancing thing, and I was like, okay, let's have a look at this. Just, you know, purely scientific reasons I had a peek. And yeah, it's different. So, it's definitely going to revolutionize the porn industry, let's be honest about this. So, here's the things that I'd like to talk about the occult. The Occultist Rift, it really does have its fucking it's phenomenal. Your sense of scale is just different. I tried Half-Life 2 again. It's in beta. I got motion sick. I had to go lie down. So this is the story. I've had it for 6 days, and the story of it is that every time I've played it, I've had to go lie down afterwards or take some headache pills. I am working on that in different ways. One of the things you should do is always drink plenty of water. So lots of water. Really important. No greasy, no fat foods, no spices, none of the good shit, right? None of that. You basically have to, try and drink water. Ginger pill apparently works as well. It's good for basically anything that's good for motion sickness works for this, including the motion sickness pills, which apparently make you drowsy. So I'll try them at some point. I'll go out to shops and get some when I get a chance, and we'll pick some up and we'll see how that goes, and I'll talk about that. So yeah, the basics of the Oculus Rift is, just go easy. When you get one, take it easy. You're going to get VR sick. I think the concept of the holodeck and stuff in Star Trek was amazing, but when in reality it's like, my God, half of those people on that ship the reverse time, like when they show you the person when it's like the captain's like, this is our holodeck and you must come in and we must show you what technology we have, you puny alien, I think it was an episode where they come back from the 20th century and he was all about, I need you phone my accountant. It's like, this is the holodeck, this is everything. And it's like, what they probably didn't show you was that the vomit, the holodeck's probably got like a little robot that comes along and is like, please be seeking this, blah. And then, I don't know, maybe the future technology just give you a little chip and you're off you go, you're not sick. I don't know. It's just... Anyway, so we're talking about the Oculus Rift. So it's fantastic. The game that I'm working towards playing it on is this. I have an X52 joystick and throttle thing, and it's every bloody button on the planet. Yeah, I have one of those. So and I'm flying my helicopter. That was really a lot of fun. That blew my mind. That really did blow my mind in terms of what I could do and what I couldn't do. The problem with it is that you're in this sort of environment where you can't always, yeah, again, this is one of the things that a lot of people in the Oculus Rift have been saying, who have all got Oculus Rifts, are saying, start with something with a cockpit. Start with something that you've got a point of reference, so when you're moving your head, you know that you're moving your head. It's not, you're not moving your whole body, because the thing is, if your head gets desynced with your body and it feels like it's desynced, that's where the motion sickness is. There is this whole interesting part of the brain that deals with reality, and reality is something like 20% apparently. So reality as we know it's at 20%, right? Effectively, I don't know 20% of what, but imagine if our brains were processing reality at 100%, it would be a lot different. But our brains process reality about 20%, and apparently our brains kind of calculate and make up the rest from familiarity and know. So we see a glass because we know it's a glass. Now, I'm not going to go into philosophy here. I'll try and get it short, but the idea is that, so in virtual reality, that part of the brain's running about 10% is what the current estimates are. Some very cool things out there. I've seen this whole gender swap thing where people are putting these on and being able to look at like a girl's body and a boy's body at the same time. So they're all, but that's very cool. So if you don't know what that is, Google it. I'll try and add it to the show notes. Very, very, very interesting thing being done with the Oculus Rift there, the beyond gaming. Yeah, so just, take your time with it. Don't, like Half-Life 2, Sense of Perspective, and that was just phenomenal. Skyrim as well. Did Skyrim. My God, amazing. Motion sickness, lie down, was sick. Okay? Just one of those things. It's the thing is I've found is that the games that are being developed, like Minecraft, there's a mod for Minecraft that is developed for. Minecraft's not too bad, but I still get motion sickness. But I think I might have been messing about that. I had the wrong lenses in, so I'm going to try that later on today. I tend to play my Oculus Rift just before I go to bed, just so that if I do get the motion sickness stuff, I can just go lie down and I'm not wasting my whole day. The second day I got it, I got up at like 7 in the morning. I'm like, yay, Oculus Rift! Dived on, put it on. I'm like, yeah, let's play Oculus Rift, yay! I've been waiting for this for like 20 years since I was playing Mario. Go, imagine we could be in the Mario world with a headset. And then here I am, fucking, yeah. So that was pretty much the gist of it. I couldn't do anything about it. I was just like, fuck. So anyway, what can you do? You do what you can do. So that's the situation, guys. So, just be careful of it. I literally ruined my whole day. I had the whole plans. I had electronic wiring to do. And seriously, right, like, I am currently building an aquaponics system, right? And this is part of my aquaponics kit. Yeah. So there's a lot of fucking wires and stuff there, and I'm having to learn about one wire thermometer stuff. And if anyone knows about it, wants to give me a hand, more than appreciated. If not, don't worry about it. But yeah, so I've been learning about that, and I had a whole plan, I have it all out, ready to go. A big day of like work on that. Yeah, I ended up lying in my bed, being sick or feeling ill, watching like documentaries and trying not to like go and be sick. And I had a mild headache for the whole day as well. So, it goes away, but it's not it's not something you can push through. One of the things that they teach you about altitude sickness and motion sickness is you can't push through them. It's not something you can just go, I'm just going to get hardy and I'll get over this eventually. You don't, okay? Some people, yeah, you can get your what they call sea legs or VR legs or space legs or, whatever you want to put it as. I call it the VR legs. You're going to get your VR legs, but you can either be sick for 3 days or you can just gradually build up and build up and build up your tolerance to it. And I think that's the trick to doing it right. I think, if you want to push through it for 3 days and try it out, by all means, but, don't come crying to me when you're fucking, I've been sick for 4 days, because that's what I was literally was sick for a day after pushing it too hard. So, yeah, games like the add-ons, like Optify, well, there's, not Optifine, sorry, I'm thinking Minecraft there, Tridef is one of the programs that's out there. So, if you're using Tridef, be careful with that. Any sort of third party, there's Vorpex or Vorex or Vorpec. Yeah. Anyway, Vorpex, and that's another third party. They're kind of cool because it lets you play games that you wouldn't be able to play without it, but they're not really calibrated, and you can use stuff like OpenTrack, which is a really good little bit of software that runs the VR, but this all eats up processing speed. And the thing about the Oculus Rift is it's frames. The thing that's going to make you more sick than anything else is incorrect focusing, too much movement, head movement versus body movement. In other words, if you play an FPS game that moves you a lot and you're moving about and you're not controlling where the camera's looking, the mouse is, that'll make you sick. That you will get sick from that, unless you are Jamie Heineman. But yeah, apart from that, you're gonna get sick. So one of the things I learned, I came up with, one of the things that the other thing is frame rates per second. It needs to be above 60 because each lens is running at 60 frames per second, and that's how you get the 3D stereoscopic vision. I think we all know how that works. So to get that working properly, you need to get the stereoscopic correction just right, and to do that, you need to kind of nail that. Get the frame. So you might want to use something like Fraps or a frame measurement tool. There's plenty of out there, but what you want to do is just get that on the par, and once you get that parred, then you'll kind of get the whole you'll get the whole idea of how this works. And you want to be above 60 frames per second at all times. When it starts dropping below that, a lot of people are reporting that they're getting motion sickness. So yeah, frames per second. Start off light. Start off with games that don't move, that your head controls the movements. Arma 2 is not bad, but again, they don't have full support yet, but they have announced that they are doing it. So yeah, Arma 2 is definitely a lot of fun, and but the great thing is Arma 2 is really built for VR, because you can have you can use a separate head movement from your body movement, which allows you that feeling of moving. I'm hopefully going to get a Omnitrix thingy, the virtual reality pad, to try out this summer. So that's definitely going to be coming. So that's going to be quite epic. I have plans to try and wire this up to my Wii Fit board. I'm going to try use my Oculus, my Wii Fit board, and use the Wii Fit board to move forward and stuff. So once I've got that set up and I've got my Kinect as well, I'm going to try out some new stuff. Definitely going to try out the standing stuff. Coming up, I'm going to try Dread Halls. I'm going to try some scary shit. I'm going to try some fun stuff. Minecraft is actually phenomenally fun in this. It really does. The sense of perspective is just like Half-Life 2 and Minecraft are the two games that have just blown me away in sense of height. Especially when you come out the train station and you look up at the big massive Citadel thing that's in the middle of the city where it's 17, the tower where the bad guy lives. Up there, fuck me. When you stand outside the train station and you look up for the first time, that is phenomenal. It literally blew my head off. I was just like, no fucking way. What is this? The scale, it was huge. It was like I was staring up into the sky at this big building. Now, funnily enough, I live in a city called Manchester, in the United Kingdom at the moment. Now, if you look in Manchester, United Kingdom, if you type in the Hilton Hotel in Manchester, it is like the replica. I live in the city where the Citadel actually exists, and it has that funny come out bit, and Yeah, so yeah, there is actually a real citadel, and I'm wondering if it ever came from that. But I believe that Half-Life 2 came out before they built that, which is really fucking creepy. But